if your content sucks, I don't care how good your SEO is on YouTube, it's not going to get anywhere.
We interrupt this program to bring you this important message. Welcome to Marketing Interruption, a daily podcast powered by BlueTuskr that interrupts your day with marketing news, tips and strategies from an entrepreneur who lives and breathes marketing. Now, let the interruption begin with your host, Andrew Maff.
Hello and welcome to episode number 8 of Marketing Interruption. I'm your host, Andrew Maff, and today I'm going to go over SEO guidelines for YouTube. So obviously this week's theme, I'm sticking to social media, and Monday and Tuesday I did Facebook and Instagram organic on Monday, and then on Tuesday I talked about paid advertising. And so today I'm going to talk about the basically organic side of YouTube, which obviously means tomorrow, probably going to dive into ads. So essentially what I'd like to talk to you today about is the things that you need to do when you upload your YouTube video. I'm not going to give you any insight into the content you're creating at this moment, mainly because if your content sucks, I don't care how good your SEO is on YouTube, it's not going to get anywhere. So let's talk about the guidelines that I follow. So every time I upload a video, I basically have this big old checklist that I was stupid enough to not put in front of me as I started making this. So I'm just going to have to go off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure I remember it. So upload the video, you have your title. Title needs to be similar to how you would write a blog post, where it's eye-catching, it's interesting, but it's not giving away too much, but it's giving you enough that you understand what the video is. So, X amount of ways that I made this podcast, like that kind of thing. Or how I grew this podcast from 0 to 1 million subscribers in under 2 weeks. Sorry. It would be great. Okay, so you have the title. That one's kind of obvious. That one's, doesn't need to be don't overdo it. Don't make it way long. Don't shove keywords in there. I hate keyword stuffing. It doesn't work that well. So just make the title what the video is. Don't overthink it. So that's the easy part. Thumbnail's pretty obvious as well. So you'll see a lot of videos, most videos, they all have a custom thumbnail on YouTube. You want this to be eye-catching. You want this to probably have part of the title in it, maybe not the whole title. Text heavy is never really good. No one loves reading. And so you want to make it branded. So you want to make sure the colors that you're using, you probably want to have some kind of picture, or maybe make the background a little more opaque or something that they can kind of see the video itself, on what it is as a true representation of what that video is. So more on the SEO side though, outside of the just kind of aesthetic of everything. So definitely your description's a big thing. So one of the things you can do that is my preference is you always want to have a call to action. One of the first things that I put is, if you like this video, please subscribe. I will have to put this in the show notes because I can't remember 100% what it is. But if you do a URL that is youtube.com/ channel / your actual channel name, I think is how YouTube does theirs. And then you do, and again, I'll put this in the show notes, but I think it's * sub equals confirmation 1. Maybe not 1. I don't know. Something else in there. I'll put it in the show notes. I'll figure it out. But essentially, if you take that extra part of the URL and you put it at the end of your channel, and then you create that URL as, let's say, a bit.ly link, so you shorten the link. When someone clicks that, it will take them directly to your channel, and that will immediately open up the subscribe button. It will not start playing a video. It will not just show their channel. It will immediately show them a subscribe to this channel button. I've had so much success with that. It's amazing. I can't believe that YouTube still lets people do it. So it's usually one of the first things I put in the description. Next couple things will be a list of here's all the things I mentioned in the video. So most of the times I'm favoring the things that I mentioned and the calls to action to the top of the description, mainly because I find if I add a lot of copy in there with the description explaining about what the video is, after a paragraph or two, you kind of start to lose people. So I want to get to the point of, chances are you've watched most of this video at this point, and now you're going to read the description. Usually no one reads the description before they watch the video. It's not always true, but sometimes it is. So I always put those call to actions at the top. So if I reference something in the video, or if there's a new piece of gated content I wanted to put out, I will always throw that into the top of the description. And then depending on your audience, who you're targeting, you can obviously put some kind of emojis or something next to it to kind of make it stand out a little bit more. Then you want to add in your description. So now we're doing a little bit of an intro to what the video is. If it's a series, if it's something like that, you obviously want to talk about that. I try to keep it to no more than 2 or 3 sentences per paragraph and no more than 2 or 3 paragraphs. You obviously want to make sure you're using as many keywords as you can without overdoing it. You don't want to keyword stuff. YouTube's algorithm will eventually just, if you're getting a lot of people who are interested based on what they're searching and they're watching your video, your keywords will slowly become less and less relevant, and YouTube's just going to keep showing you anyway because they know what people are watching based on what they're searching. So 2 or 3 paragraphs, 2 or 3 sentences each paragraph. Obviously, you want to add your keywords and fill out everything you can there. Then you have your tags. So I believe it's a Google Chrome extension. I believe it's called Tags for YouTube, or YouTube for, no, it's got to be Tags for YouTube, I think. And if you use this, so it's always on, so you just download the Chrome extension, then you never really have to do anything. You go to any YouTube channel video that you are interested in. You're like, okay, this video is great. It has the same content that I basically just shared. What tags are they using? This will show you. So you open up the show more for the description or show description or whatever it says. It will open it up. It will actually show you the tags that they used. Go to several videos that are relevant to your video and see what tags they used, and use as many tags as you possibly can. Fill up the whole thing. That's where you want to do your keyword stuffing. Make sure you use your channel name. Make sure you use, obviously, the main keywords that you're going after. You might even want to use some more broad ones. Use whichever ones those other videos were consistently using. But this is where you can do your research, your competitive research into what tags people are using on the other channels. The tags for YouTube is also, by the way, the featured tool I was going to go over for today, because it's been great for us of my ability to be able to just go see what it is other people are utilizing, and it makes life a lot easier. It's kind of like hashtag research. So now we did title, thumbnail, tags. So back end stuff. So you're launching in, where am I at here? Oh, so the cards. So the cards, if you've ever seen these before, the option in YouTube is to add cards where essentially it's a little thing that pops up at the top right, and it's basically plugging another video, another playlist, another channel, in some cases a website or something like that. It's a great place for you to add a call to action. On the SEO side, it's not going to do much for you. This isn't indexed. It's not another place for you to shove more content into or shove more keywords into. But it's a great place to keep people interested. It's also a great place to keep people going to your content. So a lot of times, I know last week I referenced doing like a 10 to 15 minute video. So basically every like 2 or 3 minutes, you want one of these tags to show up. You can only do 5 of them. And you want that first line that you do to be kind of eye-catching and a little bit more information. You don't want to take them away from the video if they're enjoying the video, but if they're not enjoying the video, then you do want to take them away and have them go somewhere else before they just complete, or have them go to another video of yours before they go to a completely different channel and you lose that viewer. So I always suggest do all 5 as long as your video is longer than probably like 2 minutes, just so that it's not showing up every 5 seconds or whatever it is. And you're going to want to send another video, but based on where it is in the video you're creating. So in this 10 to 15 minute video you've made, let's say after the first 5 minutes you talked about a specific topic that you had made a similar video to. At that point you would want to show a card, be like, want to hear more about this, and then they click on it and take them there. The next 5 minutes you're on a different category and click on that and take them there. Like, give them the opportunity to get more information from you. Don't give them the opportunity to go to a competitor. So the cards are great. There's a bunch of stuff in the back end of YouTube that is kind of relevant. I always fill it out. It's always done. I've never had an issue with it, and I always want to make sure that I'm providing YouTube with as much information about the video as possible. One of those things is obviously you want to have the video transcribed. You want to upload the transcription. Having a transcription for YouTube will definitely keep your viewer for longer, because as many of us know at this point, a lot of people are watching videos when they aren't supposed to be, so their sound is off, so they're actually listening, or they're not listening to anything, they're actually reading the whole time. So you want to upload the transcription. And that can definitely help. From everything that YouTube has said, that is not indexed. It is not information that they take, but those types of keywords are obviously going to be in your tags and in your description anyway, so you're fine there. Then there's a bunch of other crap back there, like where'd you film it? What day did you film it? Has this ever been on TV and things like that? Fill all that out. It might help, it might not, but YouTube likes it when you provide as much information about the video as possible and you follow as much of their best practices as possible. So you always want to fill out as many of those attributes as you possibly can. And then the last thing I want to mention was the end screen. So the end screen is something that pops up at the very end of your video. I believe you can have it start as soon as 15 seconds before the video ends. I don't think it's longer than that. I might be wrong. But this is your opportunity to add, basically, at the end of every video you make, I usually always make sure that there's about a 15-minute gap of just like, I let music go and there's like a cool background or whatever, because I know the end screen is going to be there. And that end screen is going to showcase a couple videos of other videos that you may have. It's going to showcase a subscribe button for someone else to subscribe to your video. It's basically your opportunity to make sure you're doing what you can to keep that viewer and send them to other videos. So you're looking at basically a conversion. So YouTube can actually, within their algorithm, they will actually know if a reader has gone from one of your videos to another video and to another and to another. And if they're consistently watching more and more of your videos, they're actually going to continue to give that original keyword that they used more credit, because it kept that viewer on your channel longer. So it's something that you want to make sure you do, where you're doing as much as possible to keep that viewer on your channel, on your videos. So the cards, the end screens, all that stuff can help a lot. And then of course there's also the little logo at the bottom right. If you're a business or even if you're a brand and like your own personal brand or something like that, create something and make sure that that's always down there too, so that obviously you're having your own brand awareness, but you're also making sure that how did I lose? Oh, make sure that obviously they can click over and go back to your video. Really long day. So that's all I had for today's SEO YouTube guidelines, and the featured tools I had mentioned was tags for YouTube. So per usual, thank you. Make sure you rate, review, subscribe, and I will see you all tomorrow.
Thank you for joining us for today's Marketing Interruption. Make sure to rate, review and subscribe to the show. And don't forget to email marketinginterruption@bluetuskr.com with any marketing questions you'd like to have answered on the show. And head over to marketinginterruption.bluetuskr.com to catch up on past episodes. Until next time, we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.